Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, there was some activity in the Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump cover up last week that you may or may not have heard of. The White House released some Epstein files to Congress. The redacted interview with Ghislaine Maxwell was made public. And Trump's Justice Department apparently retaliated against a Maxwell critic. So, I have all of that and more to share with you. Before I get into all these details, please do me a huge favor. Click the subscribe button below this video. It is free, really, really helps the show. So thank you so much in advance. So here's the deal. Trump's Justice Department sent a bunch of Epstein files to the House committee that issued a subpoena last month. You may have heard about this. But according to Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna, the majority of what they turned over is already a matter of public record. So this is the same crap they pulled when they had all of those MAGA influencers come to the White House, and they gave them those binders that were filled with just nonsense and BS that we already knew. So Khanna issued a statement about this. He said, quote, "Only 3% of the documents given to the Oversight Committee are new. The rest are already in the public domain. Less than 1% of files have been released. DOJ is stonewalling. The survivors deserve justice, and the public deserves transparency." So he didn't elaborate on what the so-called new evidence is, but another Democrat did. So there's another Democrat on the same committee. His name is Robert Garcia. He agreed with Khanna, and he told news outlets that the only thing that was new was less than 1,000 pages of U.S. Customs and Border Protection flight logs. So these are flight logs for Epstein's plane from the year 2000 to the year 2014. So it's basically just showing when he left and when his plane came back to the U.S. And Garcia said it just shows, quote, "forms consistent with re-entry back to the U.S." So more stall tactics, more BS, more of an attempt to make it appear as if the Trump administration is being transparent. Speaking of which, the DOJ released redacted transcripts from their interview with Epstein accomplice and convicted child trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. May have heard this too, not sure, but it was exactly what we all suspected. Maxwell refused to say that she witnessed any man doing anything inappropriate with a woman or a girl. I mean, this could not have been more of a ruse, more of a game, more of just obfuscation and deflection from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. And she didn't just say, "Oh, I didn't see Trump doing anything wrong." She said that about every single man. Every single man she was asked about. And here's the thing. Trump supporters, like the hardcore, cult Kool-Aid drinking up Trump's ass in the cult people, they are trying to use this. They're like, "Oh, see, Trump is innocent. Yeah, he did nothing wrong. So this is all bogus." Okay, so she also said that she didn't see Bill Clinton doing anything wrong. Is that true, MAGA? Is Bill Clinton innocent now? I mean, you believe what she said about Trump, so you must believe what she said about Bill Clinton, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Personally, I think they're both guilty. But I have ethics, I have principles. So I'm going to call it out on both sides. Anyway, this woman is clearly full of shit. Numerous witnesses, including some of Epstein's staff, I don't know if you guys remember this, they admitted that they saw young girls laying topless by Epstein's pool. And Ghislaine was there. And again, she was convicted of trafficking. Trafficking to whom? Right? You can't traffic young girls to no one. And is this woman seriously trying to sell the idea that all of these wealthy, entitled men that hung out with Jeffrey Epstein acted like perfect gentlemen? Seriously? I mean, I wouldn't even believe it now, but we're talking about the 1990s. It was far worse back then, right? Way before the Me Too uprising. I am not buying her BS for 1 second. And she was caught in another lie. She also said in these documents that, oh, Jeffrey Epstein never had cameras in any of his properties. I helped to construct these properties. I helped to renovate them and decorate them. And I would know. I didn't. That is just blatantly, flat out, empirically, factually false. Like, we have so much documentary evidence between the FBI reports, between witnesses, photographic evidence. There is photographic evidence showing the various rooms in various properties owned by Epstein, and there are cameras. You have Virginia Giuffre, one of the Epstein victims, who wrote in her diary, not told the media, wasn't trying to get anybody in trouble or just be hyperbolic or say something against Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She wrote in her diary that she was recorded, that there were cameras. So this is just patently false. She got no pushback, of course, because this is Donald Trump's former personal attorney interviewing her. Anyway, beyond a pardon, she is obviously trying to signal to everyone, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. She doesn't want to end up like Epstein, right? She doesn't want to end up suicided like Epstein. Anyway, plus she previously denied knowing anything, seeing anything wrong. So how would she all of a sudden say, oh, well, yeah, I did see this person. I did see that. I did see this going on that was inappropriate or illegal, but I decided to keep my mouth shut until now. She can't do that. She would be a pariah if she ever gets out of prison. She'll already be a pariah with some people, but I'm sure she can buy her way back into certain circles. She's so full of it. This woman is so full of it. Anyway, the White House got what they wanted. They were able to soothe the easily duped and uninformed cult members in Trump's base. Unfortunately for Trump, there's still TikTok. So take a look at this. This was just too good. So Trump's team thought it would be a great idea to set up an official White House TikTok account. Yeah, well, they were immediately trolled. They got trolled by comments and memes about Gavin Newsom and about Jeffrey Epstein. So take a look at these. These were just some of them. These were some of the top comments that were received. They received thousands of likes. And for everyone listening to the podcast, there's a photo of Trump and Epstein. They're dressed in drag, with their arms around each other. Someone posted a meme that says, the Epstein list disappeared faster than the bullet hole in Trump's ear. So probably not the reception that they were hoping for over on TikTok. I hope the TikTokers continue. I hope they don't let up. I also have a story to bring you guys about something curious that happened at the Cushy prison where they sent Ghislaine Maxwell. Evidently, one of the other inmates, it's a woman named Julie Howell, she was talking some shit about Maxwell to a news outlet, so they transferred her. Take a look at this. This has been verified. So even though it was in the Daily Mail, which is, not the greatest, but this has been verified. So Howell is serving a 1-year sentence. She apparently was nabbed for theft, got a 1-year sentence. And evidently, she was recently interviewed by the Telegraph news outlet, which is a UK news outlet. Well, Howell told them every inmate that she had spoken to was upset about Maxwell being at that facility. According to her attorney, Howell has a family member who was sex trafficked. So she felt like she needed to speak out. She didn't want to stay quiet about it. Well, within hours of that interview being published, Hal got a call to come to the warden's office. She goes in and the warden says, "You're being moved immediately." The warden told her, "You ruined my weekend. My phone was blowing up because of this interview that you gave. You've made my life unbearable, blah, blah, blah." Hal's attorney said that they moved her so fast she didn't even have time to grab her glasses or her medication. And they moved Hal, sorry guys, I forgot this ticker was up. Anyway, they moved Hal to a much rougher facility. They moved her to a facility where there's all kinds of violent offenders. And she was only a few weeks into her sentence at the puppy prison. So she's going to spend the vast majority of her term at this new prison, all because she told the truth. All because Ghislaine Maxwell is Donald Trump's little pet now, his little pet prisoner. It is so obvious the Trump administration is protecting her. They are catering to her every whim so that she will stay silent about him, so that she will not tell what she saw and what she knows. This story isn't going to die down, though. This is not going anywhere because a publisher just announced they're going to be releasing the official memoir of Virginia Roberts Giuffre. And for those who don't know, Roberts was her maiden name before she got married. So as I'm sure you guys all know, Giuffre, as I mentioned earlier, she's one of the most well-known Epstein and Maxwell victims. She died in April of this year, supposedly from suicide. Now, her family doesn't buy that explanation. I don't either. Anyway, the publisher described the book as a, quote, unsparing and definitive account of her time with Epstein and Maxwell, who trafficked her and others to numerous prominent men. And they shared an email with the Associated Press. The email was written by Giuffre, obviously before her death. She sent this to her co-author of this book, and Giuffre told her, quote, "In the event of my passing, I would like to ensure that Nobody's Girl is still released." So Nobody's Girl is the name of this memoir. So she wanted this released, whether or not she was around, almost like she kind of knew something was going to happen to her. But anyway, there you go, guys. Trump is definitely protecting Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, it's just so blatant. So what other reason would he have, right? Other than him not wanting her to spill the tea and to tell the world that he is a disgusting, likely pedophile. So there you go. All right, guys. When I hear more, I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.